Morning tubers, I'm out on another hike. This one's about 9 miles back to my house. I'm going from Maidenbower in Crawley to East Grinstead. See you in a bit. Now the walk I'm doing crosses the bridge of the M23. Bit noisy. That way goes to Brighton, that way goes to London. Very noisy and a bit boring. I'll come back to you in a while. My wife said to me this morning it's not going to rain. It is actually raining, I can feel it already. Also, I've changed my settings. I've changed this camera, which is the rear facing, or front facing, to full HD, which I'm doing a test on to see how it looks at 60 frames per second, I think. And also the front or the rear facing camera, that one that way, I've also set on the same. So we shall see how it looks, because lately they've been looking grainy, the videos. I'm really sorry about the wind. It's 13 degrees out, but it is actually quite chilly. My hands are cold. I'm trying to keep my wedding ring on. I suffer from cold hands, and I'm always near enough losing my wedding ring, and I'll be gutted, absolutely gutted if I lost it. Anyway, got to stop saying anyway. This walk basically takes me across along the old railway line that used to go from 3 bridges in Crawley to East Grinstead. If you watch my other video, I did one the other week that went from East Grinstead to Hartfield, but I still hadn't finished the whole length, so I've got to go from Hartfield to Groombridge on another day. You may have noticed I've got another new addition, little Swiss Army knife I picked up yesterday actually. I'll do a little thing on it later, but I picked it up for £3, genuine Swiss Army. Looking at it, I think it's about 2005 or before 2005. I cleaned up a little bit, but it needs a bit more of a clean. But yeah, it's Officer Swiss. I'm like knives. I'm not really up on certain ones, but I had a quick look around on the internet, and vintage ones, which this one I suppose is, selling for about £30. So if I sold it, not a bad profit, but I'm going to keep it. I'm not selling it. Going back to my previous video when I did my other walk, talking about cows lying down, well, there's your answer. It is, I think, going to rain. It was spitting a minute ago, but it's a bit gloomy out. There's a little calf there, look, just there-ish. There you go. Cows lying down is a sign that it's going to rain. It's still a bit noisy out here, road noise and stuff. I'm crossing farm, but because the railway line sort of crosses lots of roads and things, obviously it's a bit noisy. So not the most serene of walks. I doubt if I hear many birds singing, but you never know. Pack. It's way more comfy today. I put my seat pad half folded right at the back. I've got like a laptop slidey in thing where you can put your laptop, so I put the pad in there. It's actually a lot more comfy, although I'm hot now because the sun's out. But anyway, see you in a bit. Today is Sunday the 29th, I think, of October. I just thought I'd mention that. I'm sure you're not really that bothered. It's a bit gloomier. Walking this way. The sun was out a minute ago, but now it's gone in again. Bye. So I could quite easily hop over this gate and nip into those woods, but I just passed a sign that said private land, keep out. So it's always a tricky one, isn't it, what you do. All those woods just wasted. Being overrun by joggers this morning. Haven't got it to myself, wasn't out early enough, unfortunately. But there you go, they've resurfaced all this over the last couple of years. It used to just be a mud pack. I used to cycle along here loads. But it took about a year or so resurfacing the whole lot, which is not bad. At least it's not too muddy. You could actually quite easily slip into those woods though, although it's fenced off. It's down in a couple of places back there. There was a tree across it. So you could sneak off into there, I suppose. But I try and stay legalish if possible. Especially when it's like during the day and stuff. Especially if you're clambering a massive fence. If there's a blatant gap, then you're not to know, are you, that it's private. But anything that's fenced off really isn't in the game. But it'd be lovely to go in there, cook up some lunch. Hope there's better seats along this route than that one. I'm after a picnic bench ideally, unless I can get in some woods and sit on a log. No jokes about logs, please. But wherever you go in the countryside, you can always hear bloody aeroplanes. It's like, I know we're close to Gatwick, but even Joe Robinette, he suffers from his bloody plane all the time, and he's out in the middle of nowhere most of the time. It's super annoying. Can't really get away from it, I suppose. We all like to travel. What's the answer? Ban planes. Well, I've done nearly halfway. I got hot earlier and now I'm chilly and my jacket is in my bag. Still not found anywhere for lunch. Still lots of people walking by and cycling and running. So I think I'm going to have to go back up to Ashdown Forest to find peace and solitude on a Sunday morning. But there you go, can't have it always. We live in a highly populated country, which is unfortunate. Unless you move to the Outer Hebrides, you're always going to see people. There you go, I'm happy. Right, I'm looking for recommends, people, for a lightweight backpack, sort of like a day pack really, nothing too big, but just so I can get all my sort of day kit in really, bit of food, something to cook with, enough space to put a jacket or whatever, because this rucksack that I'm using is my Burton Snowboards one. I've mentioned it before. It's actually quite heavy in itself. I haven't weighed it, but it must probably weigh about 1 kilogram, I reckon. But after walking for long periods of time, it does grate on you a bit that you're just carrying extra weight to carry extra weight in. So, recommends please, people. Nothing too pricey. I can be a little bit of a tight arse sometimes, so nothing too pricey please, thanks. But good quality, I'd rather have a bit of quality. Hill stretch now, coming to Crawley down probably in about a mile. Really is nice to walk on though, since they've upgraded the surface. Must get back down on my bike. Still walking, still not had lunch, and it's now, it's coming up to 12, so I have to stop somewhere. I'm starving. Limited options. I'm going to go here because most of the places that I want to go are fenced off. So here's lunch spot. New cook system. Let's give it a go. And there you go, guys. She's on. Not sure how long it's going to take. But there is the chilli, homemade. It's only been 2 minutes. It's good to go soon. Oh my god, that's looking good already. So hungry. Loads of walkers, dog walkers keep walking past looking at it. I said it smelled nice though. She's a goer.
Yeah, look at that chili, boy. Look at that chili, boy. Look at that bread, boy. Look at that bread and that chili, boy.
Mm-mm-mm. The wife's homemade chili. It's good. Right. Sorry you can't see me there very well. I'll stop it now because you don't want to see me eating. Well, I think we could safely say that that's a successful first outing of the Euro Hike £10 pot. Also get the lid with it, which I didn't use actually. But you can use that as a cook pot or a cup, I suppose. But for 10 quid, it's amazing. And also all that, including my drinks cup, fits inside it. I'll show you in a bit when I've made a coffee. Extra long lighter, look. She's a goer. I'll come back to you. No, I actually forgot to bring my cup, so I'm going to have to use this, which is handy that I had it, to be honest, because otherwise I'd have to have my coffee in that, which wouldn't be very nice because I can't wash it up yet. That's all the water I've got squash otherwise. Who needs titanium when you've got aluminium and a steel IKEA candle holder? That's all you need. Yeah. Right, my water is boiled. That took loads less with the lid on actually. Coffee time. Well, it's not the biggest cup in the world. That's why I normally bring my own cup, because it's hot as bollocks. Seriously hot on that lip. Aluminium in it. But I'll leave it a couple of minutes and then enjoy. Did the washing up sort of, but I'll show you in a minute how it all goes together. Okay, windbreak fits in there. Fake trangia fits in there. That fits in that cup, which is my water boiling cup. That then fits into this one, like so. That then closes up and then goes into its bag. I'll show you the rest when I finish my coffee. Okay, there it is done. My coffee's done. I have to do the washing up when I get home. Now that folds up and goes on the top, but then it goes into its little stuff sack thing, which is a bit tricky to get it into, but there is space in the top there so you can put other items, cook items in it. A bit sticky now. No sticky jokes either. It's new, so it needs loosening up. There you have it. Cook set complete. 10 quid, Euro hike. Well, there you have it, people. Not even a scorch mark. Leave no trace. I actually picked up a bit of litter that was there. Tiny bit of litter, just in case anyone thought it was mine. Here we go, on our way again. I've got about 2 miles to go, possibly, till I'm home. My bag feels lighter. That's a chilli down and a slice of bread and some water for my drink. So I'm good to go. Oh, that feels better. Got my Michael Jackson on as well. But I've actually got another glove, so don't worry. It's in my pocket. I can't operate my phone with a glove on unless I get one of those special glove things. Well, hopefully the picture quality's better. It seems it on the screen, but I'm not sure what it will look like on YouTube. But it's a bit quieter along here now. Not so many people. I think I just said about 2 miles to go. And I think I might have a shower or a bath, because my knee is killing me again. I think I need to go and see the doctor. I hope you enjoyed my little walk so far. Walks can be a bit boring to watch though, from some others that I've watched, especially if it's just a track like this. Hopefully it's fairly interesting. I'll try and put some facts and figures in near the end. I'm not very good with facts and figures. I don't like reading everything out. There's some other YouTubers out there that read absolutely everything about walks and hikes, and I presume some of it is probably interesting, especially those in further countries. But there isn't really a lot to this. It's just an old railway line that goes from Three Bridges to eventually Groombridge, near enough Tunbridge Wells. But I'm just doing this section today, so hopefully it's a thumbs up. You have to tell me if you think it's rubbish and I should have walked somewhere else, then let me know. Thanks. There is a massive downside to this walk, is where you've got to, when you come into Crawley down, you've got to go through quite a lot of housing estate to get back on the trail, and it sort of spoils it a bit really. I don't want to walk on a pavement if I'm out for a country walk, so I probably won't do this one again, purely because one, there's a lot of people, a lot of joggers, a lot of cyclists, and the housing estate bit really spoils it for me. Like here now, look, it's quiet, there's no one here. So everyone's probably having their Sunday lunch, I expect. But yeah, that spoils it, the housing estate part. So if you just want a total country walk, then don't walk the Three Bridges to East Grinstead route. You're probably better off walking East Grinstead to Groombridge, because there's actually no housing estates at all. Bit of pondage for you there, look. Does that make it more interesting? Probably not, eh? When you're having a wee, in the woods, in the bushes, and the lady jogger catches you doing up your trousers, your flies, everything. Slightly embarrassing. Just to give me a filthy look. But where else are you supposed to go? Hey. It's amazing how light your backpack feels after getting rid of, I don't know, 400 mils of chilli and about the same in water. So that's what, nearly a litre I suppose of fluid and food and weight, and it's just an amazing difference. Just my backpack feels like it's not even on now. Weird. It's turned proper cold now as well. It's like a biting wind. It was 13 degrees Celsius, centigrade, whichever one, not Fahrenheit, when I left. I think it's probably about 10-ish now, which doesn't seem that cold, but with that wind it's a chiller, not a thriller. I can't moonwalk. Another very old road bridge across the top. That's if you're interested in bridges. Well, that concludes my walk, guys. I'm nearly at East Grinstead station, and then I've got about a mile and a bit till home. It's pointless filming along the streets of home because they're boring. So hope you enjoyed. If you like what I do, subscribe, share and all that kind of stuff, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so whenever I do a boring upload you can get notified of that boring upload. Cheers guys, see you later, thanks a lot for watching.